Welcome to this session of product design and value engineering. In today's session, we'll discuss about engineering design. Until now, we have discussed what is product design. Product design is something which relates to our designing of product which attracts customers, which can be uh, implemented in market, which can be sold in market, a design that can be given directly to customers. But product design has many aspects, as we have already seen, and one of it is engineering design. So what is the difference between engineering design and product design? In engineering design, we focus only on achieving functions described in specification. So engineering design mainly focuses on achieving the functions that are desired. The working part of product, we can say, is focused in engineering design. So what we do in engineering design is we make sure that our product does its jobs, what it was supposed to do. If I am manufacturing a pen or I am designing a pen, my engineering design concerns about pen should write on white paper smoothly. That is the concern of my engineering design. While in my product design, along with engineering design, I will also be concerned about the aesthetic of pen, materials, the smoothness, if it attracts the customer, the look of pen, the ergonomics functions, all those will be in product design. While engineering design, what engineering design does, it mainly focuses on achieving functions. Okay, so I hope you are clear about engineering design and product design. Now we have already seen this product design process, in which there are several parts. In product design, there is empathize, where we are identifying customers need. Then in define, we are defining specification of the products. I hope now you are all coming along with this terminology of need, specification. Then we generate some ideas, we generate some concepts, and we make a prototype, and then we test. Now the engineering design comes here after generating idea, building prototype and testing it, and again building new prototype. This part is where engineering design will comes in. Other parts are for product design only, and then we implement it in the market. So this is product design process, whereas engineering design process starts with identifying the problem. We have specification, and then we identify its problem. Then we explore about what others have done to solve the problem. Then we design, then we create. That means we build a prototype. We try it, we test it, and we again refine it and again make a new design. If we are satisfied with our outcome after testing, we can say that okay, our design process is complete. But this is what general engineering design view is. We ask what is the problem, what are our constraints, in which area we need to work, and what are our boundaries beyond which we cannot go. Then we brainstorm ideas, we imagine, we choose, we generate some ideas to solve the given problem, and we plan, we draw a diagram, we design something, and then we make it happen by choosing different materials, by choosing manufacturing processes, and uh, building a prototype. And after building the prototype, we test it on customers, we test it with in-house experts, and we make it better. How we make it better? By redesigning it, by repeating the process again and again. Once we are satisfied, we can give, we can say that okay, our design process is complete and our product is ready to be put in market. and there are many types of engineering design. There are many ways an engineering product process or engineering product can be designed. The simplest one is selection design. Selection design is what we normally do with standard components like fasteners, etc. Like what we do in selection design, we have some particular standardized parts with us and we select from one of it. If we want to use some fasteners in our design, we say that okay, the threads available with me are some standard thread. It will be metric thread, 1 by 1 metric thread, there will be 1 by 2 metric thread, and so on, and we select from it. If we are using bearings in our system, so there will be some standard size of bearing, and we are simply selecting the bearing. We are not designing entire bearing from the sketch, we are simply selecting the bearing. So this type of engineering design is called selection design. Then there is an original design. In this type of design, we built our design from the scratch. This is the when you have a completely new idea, a product that no one has ever built, and you design it from the scratch, from the very beginning, then it is said to be original design. For example, the first microchip of a computer is an original design, but after that there will be so many variations. Those are cannot be called original design. Original design is the first one which was built from the sketch, in which there was no background. So first car that was ever built, that was an original design. But after that, so many cars companies came and they have designed so many cars, they were not original design. The first ever car, that is called original design. Then there is parametric design. The parametric design is when we are manufacturing or building some components or product which are similar, but the dimensions of it will change. For example, the bridge. The structure of bridge is similar everywhere. There are different types of bridge, but for a particular type of bridge, the structure, its components, their dimensions, they will be similar, somewhat similar for different length. But as the length vary, their dimensions will vary. Their design process will remain the same, but the with the varying dimension, only the component size will vary. So what we need to do is we can change only one dimension, the length of the bridge, and we can generate the design with some equations very quickly. This is called parametric design. If you remember that when you design a piston, there will be only one dimension that you need to find. After you find that one dimension, all the dimensions, after you find the diameter for the bore, all other dimensions will depend on the diameter of bore only. So this type of design is called parametric design, when all other parts depend on only one dimension and we can design that with some equations very quickly. Then there is industrial design. Now industrial design differs from other types of design in a way that industrial designs are for the products which are used in millions. uh, uh, cust Customers base for industrial design products will be in millions, so this design must be optimized in every way. If you want a connecting road for a customized bike, then you need not to worry about optimizing it with every single because you need to manufacture only one road, and if you use 2 extra for one road, that doesn't matter. But if you are planning to manufacture, or if you are planning to design an connecting road for say Hero Honda company, or for another some automobile companies, for say Honda company, okay, So Honda company manufactures thousands and lakhs of bikes in a single month or single year. So you need to optimize your connecting roads dimension in mm. So industrial design is the designs which are used in large number of products. For example, Coca-Cola bottle. It is an industrial design because Coca-Cola bottles are manufactured in very vast quantity and we want to optimize every single aspect of it. Okay. Then there is configuration design. What happens in configuration design is that we have different modules of different components with us, and we are simply selecting those modules and configuring our entire product. For example, a computer. You have, sorry, in computer what happens is we select a screen, then we select a keyboard, we select a mouse, and in CPU we select memory. We want 8 gigabyte or 4 GB, 8 GB or 4 GB RAM. Then we select which processor we want. We want either i5 or i7, 7th generation or 8th generation or 10th generation. And what type of hard disk, what type of memory we want. We want SSD or we want 1 TB of memory or 2 TB of memory and so on. So this type of engineering design is called configuration design. And then there is a type called redesign. In redesign, what we do, we simply take an old design and do some modification in it. So this is an example of redesign. The package design is almost similar, but there are some changes. So we have made only small changes to make our design better. This is what redesign is. Mainly after once an original design is there, someone has made an original design, then we redesign it to make it better, and we keep on redesigning it. These icons, those are also example of redesigns because our softwares are keep on improving, they are keep on redesigning. And then there is variant design. Variant design is we see in cars. So a single model has many variant. That is what variant design is. You design a product and you change some specification of it and you launch it as another product. So that is what variant design is. Same product will have many different variants. And then there is routine design. There are some parts which are to be designed very routinely, very frequently, and their design does not change. For example, a heat exchanger, boiler or a heat exchanger. It is an example of routine design because we know how to design a boiler and there is nothing to change in the design. We simply have to change some dimensions according to the size and capacity of our design, but the other aspect of the design is fixed. Similarly, design of flange, it is a routine design because we need to design flange so many times. So this is example of routine design. So that is it about the types of design and engineering design. I hope you are clear about what is product design and what is engineering design. Remember that product design is making a product marketable, making the product attractive, making the product attractive to customers, and making the product look better. But in engineering design we are mainly focusing on designing the product such that the product should perform all the functions we are required. Okay, so this is the difference between engineering design and routine design and product design. So that is it about uh, product design and engineering design, and this is the end of session. See you in the next session.